All right. We are live. If you guys are watching live, let me know if you can hear me. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am Boss Attorney Bri, and I am a California licensed trademark and family law lawyer. Here on the YouTube, I cover celebrity cases, including trademark lawsuits and any other lawsuits that celebrities have going on, and we break them down and give our opinions on them. If you are new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you are watching live, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't lick the like button. Hit the like button and leave a comment down below, letting me know that you are a part of the replay crew. So today we are going to be jumping right into reviewing some of the witnesses that testified yesterday. Not necessarily the ones that testified today, because I did not have time to get all of those people together, but we are going to be looking at Amber Heard's friends, and we're going to be talking a little bit about her cross-examination. I definitely would like to know your opinions on what is going on with this case and whether you think that these witnesses are credible. So those are the polls we're going to be doing today. On Sunday, we had a great time taking polls and giving our own opinions about whether we think that these witnesses are helpful to the case. We're going to be doing a poll asking whether you think that these witnesses are credible or if you think that they're helpful to Amber Heard's case. So I think that will go hand in hand together. And so we have matching birthdays for happiness. Hello and welcome to the live stream saying hi, Bree. Hello there. We have Maggie Craigie saying hi, honey. Hello there. Welcome to the live stream. And we have Josh Chandler joining in again for the live stream saying my phone tastes weird. I don't know what that means, but I hope it stops tasting weird. Oh, you must have licked the subscribe button or licked the like button. I said don't do that. It was an accident. Matching birthdays for happiness says can't wait to see Whitney called again. You think that she's gonna be called again? I think so too, but we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully, Amber ends her case coming up here soon so that we can see what Johnny Depp has for rebuttal for us. And Josh is saying, LOL. Okay, I got the joke. He licked the phone. So, let me know. Have you guys been watching the trial today or just kind of doing catch ups? I'm going to go ahead and do my shout out to Legal Bites right now. If you guys are not already subscribed to her, even though I know a lot of you found me through her channel, make sure you go and subscribe to her because I had to watch her recap in order to get all the details that I have on my little PowerPoint here so that we can play our little game today. So shout out to Legal Bites and follow her, subscribe to her if you have not already. All right, we have NC Grit Chick saying, hey girl, hey, hello, and welcome to the live stream. We are going to be getting into these witnesses in just a moment. I would like to know what you guys think about the case so far. Do you think Johnny Depp still has a chance? Because when we talked on Sunday about this case, Amber had only had herself as a witness and her therapist or doctor, whoever she was, as her witness. Now she has presented like 10 witnesses in the last 2 days. So are you guys thinking that Johnny Depp is still winning on this case, or are you kind of leaning more towards Amber actually has a chance? Remember, he's claiming defamation because she alleged that she was a survivor of domestic violence, insinuating that Johnny abused her. And she also countersued saying that Johnny defamed her. And today we heard from the lawyer who she's actually accusing of being a spokesperson for Johnny that was the defamation. And so I don't think she really proved herself on that case. So go ahead and let me know if you think she proved herself for her defamation case and or whether you think that she has a good defense against Johnny's case. Is Johnny an abuser? Okay. We have Case Doctor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Says AH side only has 8 hours left for the rest of the trial, excluding closing arguments. Is that what the judge said at the end of the hearing today? Because I didn't watch the end of the hearing today. Jim Gang say Amber Turd was too funny today. Yeah, she always has her facial expressions, right? Matching birthdays for happiness says Amber only has 8 hours left and Johnny has 18 hours, and this is their advantage. Right. So I remember earlier, I can't remember who said, but they said that Johnny Depp had 26 hours and Amber Heard had 24 hours. So that was clearly way off, because 8 hours and 18 hours, completely different. I think that Amber's team used too much time asking her questions. I understand that she's going to be the best witness for her case, but they used up a lot of time trying to make sure that she was the witness going from before the break to after the break. So hopefully that doesn't hurt her, but 8 hours, having 10 less hours than the other party, is not going to be beneficial to her at all. All right, we have Jim Gang. Am I saying that right? Gang saying her sister lied. I would not be surprised if that's the case, but I'm trying to be unbiased here because I've been seeing in some other people's chats that they think that LawTube is very biased in this case. I don't have a duck in the race, or whatever the saying is. So I'm just watching and kind of getting the vibe for the people as they talk on screen. So I don't think I'm being biased. I just don't believe Amber Heard. And if she was better at acting or better at conveying her story, then maybe more people would believe her. But as of right now, I'm not buying it. NC Grit Chick says, Depp all the way today was a joke. Yeah, yes. I think the rest of Amber's days are going to be a joke, because it's just like, why are all these video depositions? All right, we have NC Grit Chick saying Elaine was nuts. I think everyone thinks that even before today. Jim Grant says Team Johnny. Okay, we got Team Johnny in the house. I know I've had some Team Ambers before, but not on Tuesday. But on Sunday, I definitely had some Team Ambers. Josh Chandler says, I have yet to see any physical evidence that supports Amber's claim, unless I missed something. That is the part that kills me, because the makeup artist said, oh yeah, I saw all these bruises on her face and the swelling. And then they showed her the picture and said, is this consistent with what the bruising and swelling that you saw? And she said, yes. And I'm like, I don't see anything. The girl just looks tired. Amber looks tired. It does not look like she is swelling or bruise. So I agree with you, Josh. I have yet to see anything that says, okay, I was abused. You might have a bruise from bumping into a counter, because she showed pictures of bruises on her arms, but it just doesn't add up to the intensity of the events that she talks about. Like, this man dragged you all through the house, beat you in the face, and you just look tired. You don't look like you have any injuries. But who knows? Maybe she had a bad camera as a celebrity. All right, we have Misty Lynn saying her witnesses do more for Johnny than her case. A lot of people are saying that as well. NC Grit Chick said, watched it all, legal bites all day long, media making it look like Turd is winning. Yes, they definitely are. And that is why they are hating on LawTube at this moment, because we're watching it live and we're allowing our chats to give the opinions, and we're also allowing ourselves to give our own opinions. So I don't know who Amber has in the media, but they're really going hard for her. We have Simply Bell saying, agreed, Misty Lynn, especially after today. Agreed. Oh, you're agreeing with someone. Sorry about that. Jennifer Miller says, hey, Bri, hi. Sorry I missed the last live. I wasn't feeling well. That is okay. We are happy to see you here today. So thank you for being able to join us today. And we have Tanya saying, hey, everyone, welcome back. Tanya, always here for the live streams. Definitely appreciate it. Jim Gang said, oh, Gonya. Okay, yeah, I've been saying it completely wrong. Okay, Gonya. I might just say Jim so I don't mess it up later. Okay, Kata Doctor says there is a very strong possibility that JD's side will be able to bring many rebuttal witnesses, and Amber Heard's side will not have any time left for cross-examine for them. Yes, especially if those times are accurate. 18 hours, that's 10 more hours. That's a whole day and a half that Johnny, or probably more than a day and a half, that Johnny's team will have that Amber Heard cannot. They're going to have to be quick on everything. Sandy says LawTube is only going by what testimony has been given. Yeah, we're watching it live and we're reacting. We're not writing articles after sitting on it for a day. We're watching it live and making our comments. It's pronounced KC Auto Doctor. Makes a lot more sense. Thank you for that. Everyone's correcting me today, but KC Auto Doctor. That makes way more sense. I don't know what I was trying to say. Simply Bell is agreeing. Hey everyone, Natalie Lawyer Chick. Yes, thank you for joining in, Natalie. Natalie is going to be going live an hour after me talking about the case as well. So make sure you check out her channel too when she goes live. Everyone saying hi to Natalie. Great to see you. Oh, I lost some chats. Mary Johnson says, I haven't seen LawTube with a recovered alcoholic with experience with these of Johnny and Amber. Wasn't one? I'm not sure what what you're referring to there. All right, and we have a strange exchange saying Amber black eyes look like mine after a weekender. Right, you just look tired. You don't look like anything happened to you. If you had some, I don't know about the whole believe her just because she said it. I would think if someone dragged me through an apartment or a penthouse that I would have a lot more bruises, even more than just looking tired in my face. Okay, so we have to get into the actual content for today because we've been stalling a little bit. We have Snuggle668 saying, I would like you to do more collaborations with women such as yourself, like Chantel Lel Simone and Suzette Speaks. I did a collab with Suzette Speaks the week before last, I think. So check out her channel. She's going to be coming on my channel probably in June. So yes, I will do more collabs. All right, we got the people in the house. My father's son, always here for the live streams. Welcome, welcome. Tanya says, she brought all of this on herself. She leaked stories, sold info to TMZ. You even heard JD say in audio that he wanted to keep it private. Yes, she did. And there was a part in the deposition saying she leaked something to TMZ, I think the divorce. And then on the stand, she says, no, I never leaked anything. Then she blamed it on her attorneys. I'm just like, lady, come on now. All right. And then we have NC Grit Chick saying, what if Heard's team runs time and can't ask Depp's cross questions? That is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Otherwise, they're just going to have to save the little bit of time they have and spread it out like 30 minutes to an hour to ask these questions. I feel like they're going to run out of time. That's a huge gap when it comes to a trial as far as time goes. P. Crawford says, do you think that the main media is supporting Amber Heard because of the heavy influence on the Me Too movement? Yes, I think they are trying to align themselves with the Me Too movement. However, people that are using the Me Too movement who have not actually been abused or hurt in any way, they're really just messing it up for everyone else. So I do think that they're trying to align with the Me Too movement. Is it the right move? I don't think so. You have to look at the facts and the evidence that's being presented. All right, we have Jennifer Miller saying, I think the reports of the jury from Runkle are just confirming a lot of the feelings of the viewers of LawTube. I agree with that. The jurors are not having it. I thought maybe it was just because it was on camera. She's not coming off as genuine, but apparently they're seeing it in the courthouse too. All right, NC Grit Chick says, tired eyes from Thai drinking and drugs, hair pulled, but no marks on her head. Exactly. I'm not seeing it. She just looks tired or like a party girl. So let's go ahead and check out my little slideshow we have going on to talk about the witnesses that came after Amber. And then we're going to talk about Amber afterwards. So let me share my screen here. And then we are going to drop the poll. Do you think that Raquel Pennington was a credible witness? No, do you think that Raquel Pennington helped Amber Heard's case? So yes, no, or neutral. Let me go ahead and pop over to Raquel Pennington. Come on now. All right, so we have Raquel Pennington. She was the former friend of Amber Heard. She testified to the May 21st, 2015 incident, saying that she ran into the home because she knew that a fight was going on between Johnny and Amber. She stated that they separated already, but Amber stated that Rocky was the one that actually physically broke up the fight. So there's a contradiction there because Rocky said they were already separated and the fight had stopped when she got in there. She also testified that she saw Johnny use a bottle to knock things down. Basically, this is the wine incident where they're saying wine's all over the floor. However, Rocky did not say that there was wine and glass and things all over the floor. So that also contradicts what Amber is saying. And then we have she also testified to the December 15th incident, saying that She saw hair ripped out of Amber's scalp. She also saw that Amber's face was red, but that it could have been from crying. And she also saw a cut on Amber's lip and a swollen bridge of her nose. So she's saying that she was beat up by Johnny, and she's assuming that the injuries came from Johnny because that's what Amber is saying. Again, she did not actually witness the fight. And then also for the trailer incident, she said that Amber was hugging the other girl, the one where Amber said, oh, she was just leaning on the girl, and then Johnny came up and said, get the F off of my girl, this is how many pounds it takes to break your wrist, and blah blah blah. She's saying that Amber was actually hugging the girl, but Amber says that she was just sitting next to her. So another contradiction for us there. All right, so the poll is going. So let's see what you guys have to say here. We have NC Grit Chick saying, I already have a lookalike replacement for Heard for Aquaman and love it. Do they really? We have Who Says Kate, always here for the live streams. Welcome in, saying hello, chat, and hello, BAB, Boss Attorney Bri. Bab, okay, I like that. We have Mary Johnson saying diagnosis. Or DX equal diagnosis, a recovered person would offer insight to some of the astonishment I hear from commenters. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Matt Pelzer says they didn't rest their case today. They have at least one more witness, right? I didn't watch the end of the trial today, so I can't directly answer you on that, but I think they may have more witnesses. But again, I did not watch the end of the case today. Casey Auto Doctor says Rob, aka Law and Lumber, has said that the judge strictly enforces the time limits in her courtroom. There is not going to be any time rule changes next week. I definitely do not think so. I agree with you. This judge is very adamant of having this trial ended before this holiday weekend coming up. All right, we have matching birthdays for happiness saying, I just hit the like button. Thank you for that. And if you haven't hit the like button and you're here watching live, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and hit the like button as well. All right. And we have Sandy Sanderquist saying, me too, might not want her so much, especially her maniacal laugh. I cannot say that today. All right, they don't want her laughing, her crazy laughing. Tanya D says, I'm mad they haven't brought up Amber Heard's mental health issues more, and the fact that she was also using illicit substances while being prescribed psych meds. That's a no-no. I think they don't want to concentrate on the badness of her actual alleged drug use, because there's so much stuff already there of her actually being the one to start the fights, hit him, asking him not to run away from her. She has all these abandonment issues. That's what they should be talking about. But I agree that she has a lot of issues that can be pointed out. But I think Johnny's team is doing a good job with talking about exactly what she did that would constitute abuse to him, and not making excuses for her having these disorders. Now, I don't know if her team should be talking about it because it may make her look a little worse. NC Grit Chick says all of Amber's friends living off Johnny for free. Money bags, they all used him, all of them. That's where his money went. Yeah, that could be a reason why he lost a lot of money. Just pretty much just trying to keep people around, trying to keep friends, trying to keep his girl happy. I could see that being a problem. We have P. Crawford saying, overall, yesterday's testimony for Amber Heard was the strongest yet. Today, they lost traction. In fact, today's witnesses helped JD in some ways. Yes, I agree with that statement. They did lose some steam today. They probably should have put these witnesses mixed in with those witnesses that were helping Amber a little bit, but hopefully they don't end with a bad witness, honestly. All right, Trent says, do we know if Amber has had a nose job? They say no, not since these fights have happened. They said no, which a lot of law tubers and a lot of people have been commenting. If you did get beat this bad, your heel does not your nose does not heal as perfectly as her nose is sitting right now. And I'm not a nose expert, so I don't really know if she has a perfect nose, but a lot of other people are saying that she has a perfect nose. And if it was broken and Johnny made her have all these swollen eyes and all of those things, you would think it'll be a little crooked if she didn't have any nose work done. All right. We have Matthew Giannotti. Welcome to the live stream. Always here supporting, dropping the emojis for us. And then we also, I didn't realize I was still tiny. Sorry about that. NC Grit Chick saying Barkin was supposed to be the main witness, but the bottle thrown apparently wasn't even at her. I guess so. Atilia Safi says, Bri, you gotta not be afraid to talk when you're on the panel. We want to hear what you got to add to the sauce. I get that, but I do not like talking over people. I know a lot of people say that, but I don't know. I'm just not quite comfortable there yet. And I am still new into law too. So I don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes. Okay, so let's take a look at the poll here. Raquel Pennington, you guys said yes, she was helpful to Amber, 8%. No says 76% she was not helpful to Amber, and 16% said she was a neutral witness for Amber's case. Oh, I thought that a lot more people would say she was helpful because she testified to some of the incidences that occurred. All right. And then we have Mike Matthews saying Rocky seemed to be moving around like she was dope sick or needed to go to the bathroom. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like her. Sandy Soderquist says someone today says she uses her friends up, then gets mad they abandon her. And we had a little debate about that on Legal Bites yesterday about, are they just conveniently saying that they're not her friend so that the jury will see, oh, we have no reason to lie for Amber? Or are they really just not her friends because Amber got too possessive, controlling, and annoying? Who knows? All right, Matthew says she had a cheek job. I heard that as well. Jennifer Miller says they should have gone with a completely different witness lineup, starting with the doctor, then Amber, then Rocky was a mess. I thought that they did okay with the witnesses from yesterday. These witnesses today, a lot of them were just like, what are you trying to get out of them? Because it's not working out for you, buddy. Sandy says she kind of admitted probably not a broken nose. Yeah, she did say that. She said it felt like a broken nose. I'm like, but you've been saying it was a broken nose for the last 5 years. So now you're saying probably or it felt like. It doesn't make sense. Don't change your testimony now. Matthew says some of AH's witnesses today seemed useless. I understood why they brought them for defamation purposes, but they really seemed to help Johnny, if anything. Yes, I think a lot of people agree with that. Attila says, we just don't believe Rock. I see. NC Grit Chick says, why did Elaine think she could ask JD's attorneys questions? It was crazy. Attorney-client privilege. Yes, I think they got a little bit out of him, but not necessarily to help the defamation claim. They just kind of got some random things out of him. Pete Crawford says she has abandonment issues. She was triggered during arguments because he would walk away instead of engaging with her. Yes, exactly. That is Amber's thing. She has abandonment issues. She had abandonment issues when her friends left her, abandonment issues when Johnny she would perceive that he was leaving her because he was walking away from the argument and not arguing with her. So I did want to give you guys a little update on the monetization because so many of you came and hung out on Sunday to help me get 2,099 live watch hours. That was amazing. We were on the stream for about 5 hours. So we did hit our goal. The goal was to get 2,000 watch hours that day, and we got 2,099. And then it took a few days, but yesterday I was able to apply for monetization. So we're just kind of waiting for them to go through the channel review process. And hopefully, I was hoping by the end of the week we will be monetized, but we might not make it since they just started reviewing the channel today. But I will keep you guys posted on the monetization for sure. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person that was a witness yesterday, and that was Josh Drew. So let me just make the poll here. I need a back person to help me out here. All right. And let's see what the community thinks. And then we're going to go ahead and share the screen and look at the notes so we can remind ourselves of who this Mr. Josh Drew is. All right, so we have Josh Drew as the next witness for Amber Heard. He was a former friend of Amber Heard as well. He testified that on the May 21st, 2015 incident, he testified to being there to protect the ladies from Johnny's rage. So after Johnny allegedly tore up the penthouse and walked out, he was there to kind of stand up for the girls. He also testified that he is the one who let the cops in and he led them around the penthouse. He stated that while the cops were there, they had to walk over a giant wine spill. However, the body cameras that the cops wore did not show a giant wine spill. So that is contradictory a lot. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was not following this case before it came to trial. So a lot of people are indicating that this story came out before they knew that they had the body cam footage, but I'm not too sure how accurate that is. But that could be a potential reason why he told this story and stuck to it. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Do you think he was a helpful witness to Amber, or do you think he was a bad witness to Amber? So we got some chats coming in. We have Who Says Case, you're going to get monetized any day now. We're almost there. Zanib El Hamdani says, hello from Morocco. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I think that's the first time I've seen your name in the chat. Jennifer Miller says, bring that money. YouTube, our girl needs to get paid. Yes, we spend our time here doing it for free, but to have a little extra change is nice. Attila says, thought Drew testimony was helpful to Amber, but his story didn't give with or jive with the police notes and footage. Yeah, it didn't go with what the police footage showed. Matthew Giannotti says Josh Drew seemed to be a credible person relatively. He was believable, but I don't think it was necessarily beneficial. He basically saying the cops are lying though. Yeah, and that's the problem with doing these depositions. This is from 2019. It's 2022. So maybe he if he didn't know about the body cam footage and then he learned about the body cam footage, maybe he would have came up with a story and said they cleaned it up, but then he couldn't do that because then she took the picture. It doesn't make sense. I can't even explain it. It just doesn't make sense. All right, Noodle says Rocky was two people with Team Depp. She didn't care about Hicksville. It was uneventful on the same event, but Team Heard's question. She got all fake teary and claimed fear, script fed answer, like all the squatters. I don't know if I quite followed that all the way, but yeah, I guess so. NC Grits Chick says, subscribe to you all on Legal Bites. Love the knowledge from you all. Great. Awesome. I know a lot of people came over from Legal Bites, and I would just like to say thank you for joining over on my channel too. All right. Ingor Mew says this guy is collaborative with Amber Heard's lie. I think a lot of her friends were, though. I think she told them a story and it stuck to them, because if you notice, a lot of them testified to not actually seeing the fight, but seeing bruises or injuries, and that Amber told them that this is what happened or that it was from Johnny. All right. Sandy says is accurate. Matthew says, oh, yeah. I didn't know it was before the body cam footage. I think it was, but don't quote me on that because I just heard it from other people. I haven't actually researched it. Laura McMillan says the whole reconciling with Amber right before having to sit for a depo is weird, right? Yes. It's not illegal. They can do that, but it is weird that it matches up with exactly what she says happened, or similarly enough to what she says happened. Matt Pelzer says Josh Drew is helpful until Johnny D's team can rebut his testimony with the body cam footage from the jury's perspective. Yes, I can agree with that for sure. Emily popping into the live stream saying hello all. Hello there. We have Jibe. I don't know what that means. Claire Hill says hello from UK. Go Breathe. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. And we have people saying hi to each other. NC Grit Chick says started out strong, but then caved as far as Josh goes. Matthew Giannotti says, I think Josh Drew was identified by the police or something like a generic white boy or a forgettable white guy. Yeah, exactly. They did call him a generic white guy. And I was just like, who could this person be? And here he is for us all to see. Janib El Hamdani says, will the jurors be able to view the videos and audios in full during deliberation or just what was presented in court? So it's only what is presented into evidence into court. So if they stopped it at certain time lengths, then it has to be cut right there so that the jury only sees those time lengths. That if they admit the whole video or the whole audio, then they can listen to the whole thing. Josh Drew, Evangelina Cantu says Josh Drew was the best of the friends, in my opinion. That's a good, yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with that. As far like if you had to put them all next to each other, then he probably was the best one. Noodle says generic Josh got everything he had by putting on the Nice Guy Act. He was also conveniently visited by Amber Heard on on two occasions where just after the especially for Chucha's career advancements, he's not trustworthy. Okay, someone does not believe Mr. Drew. All right. Sandy says, I found you from Natalie. Oh, well, welcome over. I've been on Natalie's channel a couple of times as well. So thank you for following me here. Link Park says it was a UK depot. Okay. Oh, for this Josh Drew guy. Okay. And then Marley Kate 21 says, I wish they would have asked all those freeloading parasites how much money did they suck out of JD. They probably wouldn't know because they really don't know how much he was actually spending to upkeep all of their lives. And then we have Jennifer Miller, always with the encouragement to hit the like button, says buzz by the like and subscribe button, friends. So if you are not already subscribed and if you have not already hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and check out what the poll is saying. And the audience has voted and they say that Josh Drew was 22% helpful, 39% not helpful, and 39% neutral. So there's a tie between neutral and not helpful. So some of you do not like this guy and some of you are indifferent about him, but then the poll just changed and now it is 40% that says that he is not helpful. So thank you for that. All right, so let's pop over back to the chat, see what you guys have to say, and then we're going to move on to the next witness in the case. And remember, guys, at the end of the stream, we are going to get to Amber and all of her lies. So get ready to light the chat up with your opinions on Amber Heard. All right, so let me go ahead and make the next poll. Like I said, I'm going to need someone working in the back end if I'm going to keep doing these polls because it's hard to type with my mic right in between my arms. Elizabeth Marz. All right. And was she helpful to Amber Heard's case? Not Johnny Depp, but is she helpful to Amber Heard's case? Boom, she is there. Let's pop over and see what she had to say. All right. This is Elizabeth. Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's Elizabeth. Okay. Elizabeth Marz. Or is that spelled right? I guess. I don't know. Okay. She was a former friend of Amber Heard. On the May 21st event, she was living in the penthouses. She stated that she heard Johnny bust into the room and saw him bust into the room, and she thought he was coming after her, so she ran past him and out to the pool. That does not really make too much sense, but she says that's what happened. Then she stated that Johnny grabbed the wine bottle, the magnum-sized wine bottle, and started swinging it around, spilling wine everywhere. Now, remember, This contradicts with Rocky's testimony, who did not testify to seeing any wine spilled anywhere. Maybe she didn't remember that there was wine, but Rocky did not testify to any wine being spilled. And remember, the body cams also showed that there was no wine on the floor, unless they did not go walk over the places that they are saying the wine was spilled. But nonetheless, Miss Elizabeth said that there was wine spilling all over the place and he was breaking a lot of things. Again, police cameras did not show wine spilled on the floor. And so, what do you guys think about this girl? Was she helpful to Amber Heard's case, or do you think that she was detrimental to the case, or do you think that she was just kind of neutral? Matthew says, it's disappointing that all of these people were apparently taking advantage of JD and ultimately effed him over or tried to. Yes, that is pretty sad. But you also got to look at it. These people, to me, I don't know their exact ages, but they do look pretty young. And to be hanging out with Johnny Depp, who is twice Amber Heard's age, which I'm going to assume that these people hanging out with her are closer to her age than Johnny Depp's age, they were doing what young people do. They get a free ride if they can, right? And then you're hanging out with a massive celebrity. So I don't know if he was just trying to be cool, if Johnny Depp was trying to be cool, or just make sure that Amber was happy. But I'm not surprised that this happened with hanging out with all these younger people. Jennifer says, how many hours do you need to monetize? You need 4,000 watch hours, which is a lot. It's 280,000 minutes or something of that nature. I can't remember the exact, no, 240,000 minutes. So it's a lot of time. Brit5291 says, it's just funny to me that all her best friends are no longer friends with her, and all their depots helped Johnny D more than they did her, as none have seen him hit her. Yeah, so she doesn't have that part. She only has about what they're telling her. And so, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to pause. So guys, please wait a moment. I have to go do something and I don't have anyone to hold the stream, but feel free to chat amongst yourselves. One moment. All right. Thank you for waiting and holding off for me. There was a package being delivered that Alpha said that I could not miss. So I am out of breath from running downstairs to go and get the package. Okay. So here we are. EW says, saw you on Legal Bites. You're awesome. Thank you so much for coming on over. Jennifer says, I wish I could help with tech and on the tech end, but I'm not tech savvy. Oh, it's okay. I will figure it out as we go. Eventually, hopefully, I'll have someone here helping me. Michaela says, Bri Hive, yes, definitely. Thank you for that. All right. Jerry says, I don't think she seemed credible. I need to learn how to say this name, but how do you say this? Evangelina Cantu says, professional community manager, let me know if you need help with the back end /tech. Awesome. That is good to know. If you're on Twitter, send me a DM on Twitter and I probably will definitely need help. Teresa Witterath says, I think her and Amber were having a brief affair. Is this the girl that she supposedly hugged? I don't remember. Hopefully not. She put Johnny through enough, right? Okay, I just lost a chat. I was trying to find. Oh, here it is. All right. Noodle says Depp maintained multiple homes and Island have them 4 of his penthouse catered to their habits, parties, vacations, and help their careers. Anything fit Amber ungrateful, lots of parasites. Yes, but that happens in the Hollywood, in the actor scene. So it just doesn't surprise me. Is it bad? Yes, I do think it's bad, but it just does not surprise me. All right, Teresa Witterath says, why else would she have so much to be afraid of? Not sure exactly what you're referring to there. All right. And then Simply Bell says the vanishing Magnum wine bottle. Right. It just vanished in thin air. Sandy says another person living for free and hanging out in the weed shed. That's what it seems like. She just invites whoever she finds on the streets and say, hey, come move in with me and my husband. Marley says, having all of her family and friends constantly up in their business was too much, crossing all sorts of personal boundaries. That is for sure. And Matthew says she was not credible or believable to me. She's pretty though. Yeah, a lot of people said that. She has a very model type face. So some people might find her believable because she's attractive. Like you said, Bri, this goes against what multiple police said. Yes. And they're all just kind of corroborating her story. That's the part that's not lining up with me. Jennifer says, yes, how close are you? I have my super chats ready. We're pending. We are pending monetization. So I am hoping by the end of the week, we will get the go ahead and we can start monetizing the videos, but it may be next week. Just depend. I don't know if YouTube works on reach the 4,000. We've passed the 4,000. So thanks to all of you guys, we were able to get the requirements to apply for monetization. All right. And we have Jennifer says we can be patient. Ian says maybe I should go and then she'll come back. I just had to grab a package, guys. We're back in action. I'm just trying to catch my breath here and talk at the same time. So Zeneb says, I lived there without his knowledge at first. Did you? Or she? Oh, she lived there. I'm delusional, guys. She lived there without his knowledge at first. I would not be surprised about that. She probably would just like, oh, I'm just going to stay the night. The whole time she's just moving in things one by one. So KBL says, I've been watching you on Legal Bites. You are such a bright light. Can't wait to watch more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm having so much fun live streaming, especially because the community is growing and I'm just feeling a little bit more comfortable. So all of you guys help me with this live streaming. You do not even know, especially on the days when I do not want to live stream. I'm like, we got to go and see the chat. And you guys tend to cheer me up. So thank you for that. Matthew says, Boss Attorney Bri, it depends how often you stream, but I can help until classes start up again. I just finished all my finals yesterday. Yeah, so I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's just a buffer there for you, but those are my normal stream days. So yeah, let me know if you guys know how to handle this stuff, because I'm winging it. I am winging it at this point. KBL says, I wonder if it's true the public could get to the pool from the penthouse hallway. I thought you needed a special key to get to their floor. You would think so for a penthouse, right? Will Call Magic, welcome to the live stream, saying JD Bar named Viper, brand named Vampires, think he got surrounded by leeches because of Amber Heard. She looks like a Maleficent now with face upgrade. Now with face upgrades. That was a good one. Yeah, so and I don't know because I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but it seems like the type of personality that she has is she attaches to people very quickly. So when you do that, you're not really determining whether they're a good person or not. And then you're inviting them to come live with you or stay in your house or do whatever. And then you find out that they're just there to use you for money. And I would not be surprised if the leading sentence of Amber Heard, and this is just me speculating, this is not, the truth or anything of that nature. If she's like, oh yeah, I'm married to Johnny Depp. You want to come to our penthouse? And then that's how she makes her friends. So I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did that. Sandy says, you are going to be great as a monetized YouTuber. Thank you so much. I have some plans and I hope I can stick to them. I definitely appreciate that. Sage Moon says, yay, congrats on your monetization, Bri. Thank you. Speaking it into existence. Yeah, I don't think there should be too many issues. So I will definitely let you guys know when it happens. Matthew says, Alpha was a really great addition to the stream also, by the way. Yes, he was amazing. I would not have been able to finish that stream on Sunday if he was not there. So I definitely appreciate him and all of LawTube that popped in because my voice was so tired of talking and they allowed me to take a little break. And Alpha had really good insight on the nursing side of things that I would not have been able to answer for you guys. And if you guys were not here on Sunday, Alpha is my boyfriend and he joined in on the live stream with us. Ian Kinzel says, the problem I have with Amber's friends is they echo her robotically word for word on random lines like a kid in school staring at their hand during a test, but don't corroborate her on anything else. Yes, exactly, because they didn't see any of this. They can only go off of what Amber said. So I see what you're saying there. All right. It just disappeared. Okay, here we are. Jennifer says, you're doing amazing. We see how smart you are and how hard you work. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I definitely appreciate it. And I also need to make some mods to help me out because I know we had a little bit of trolling going on Sunday. And a lot of times I miss it because I don't get the jokes. So I definitely need to mod some people. So let me know if you're interested in being a mod. Who said, Kate says, I enjoyed Alpha. Yes, he is great, guys. He is great. Jared says, did I miss the analysis? You did not miss the analysis. We're still going through the different witnesses. We have a couple of more people to go before we get to Amber Heard. Emily Tracy says, I can definitely help out with your stream. I'm a quick learner and I am. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm keeping notes, mental notes, but I'm going to come back and write everyone's names down so I can remember who to mod and all of that good stuff. Paul Killen says, hey from Madrid. Hello there. I should be asleep, but just saw you were live. Was here all along on Sunday. Oh, love to Alpha. Yes, well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you decided to pop into the chat, but if you need to get some sleep, feel free to go ahead and go to sleep. All right. Okay, so let's see what the poll says here. And it says for Elizabeth Marz, and this is this lady over here. Let me pop it back up here. Do we think that she was helpful to Amber Heard's case? You guys said 9% said yes, she was helpful. 74% said no, she was not helpful. And 17% said she was neutral to Amber Heard's case. So not too bad. Well, no, yeah, she did do kind of bad, huh? 73% or 74% no. So yes, she did bad. I thought she didn't, but she did bad. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next person, who is going to be Whitney Henriquez, who is Amber Heard's sister. I was trying to put like Whitney Heard, but I didn't. I guess she's married, so her name is different. Okay, Whitney Henriquez or neutral. Yes or no on automatic. And then the poll is out for Whitney. All right. And Willis says, happy to be here. Thank you. I'm happy you are here. Rahel says, they are leeches who cannot even appreciate what he did for them. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Jennifer says, we'll throw a tizzy fit if YouTube says no. Yes, we will. We'll be very upset. But there shouldn't be any real issues going on. All right. Rahel says, can we send a super chat? Not today. We're not fully monetized. I am on the third step to monetization. So I will let you guys know when I become monetized. However, there is a link to PayPal if you do just want to send a donation to my channel. But if you just want to see the pretty sticker, you cannot do that just yet. But probably next week, we'll be up and running with the super chats. Will Call says can do 7 to 8 Eastern time only. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Will Call says my name on all social media. Okay, Will Call Magic. All right, got it. Jennifer says, I don't know how to moderate. I just know how to be a hype woman. I definitely love to see it. You do a great job at being a hype woman for sure. Rahel says, you have a beautiful and serene presence. Well, thank you so much. I try to be as nice as possible. So I appreciate that. Holy Hand Grenade says, not all trolls act in bad faith. Some are just tricksters looking to make people laugh. I understand that, and that's probably why I never noticed. I'm just laughing, laughing at the trolls. Hey, Nihar says, hi, Bri, here to support and get your professional opinions. Thank you so much. Matthew Giannotti says, I like her last name, but I feel bad for her because she has no lips. Are you talking about Whitney? Are you talking about Whitney? I just pulled up her picture. She does not. That's not nice. Okay. Ian says, I'm surprised nobody asked Whitney, did you or did you not teach Johnny Depp how to snort cocaine through the women's hygiene product? That would have been a question for the books for sure. They should have asked that. Why did they not ask that? Because your sister has been throwing you under the bus, saying that you are the person that goes around teaching people how to do this trick, this party trick. All right. Holy Hand Grenade says, can we vote on if Amber ruined her face with cheek implants? Yes, we can do that at the end of the stream. Ian says, third step to monetization, is it like a 12-step program? I thought those were to quit doing something. No, there's only 3 steps. One of them is that you have to approve the terms and conditions, agree with those, and then you have to set up your AdSense account to your YouTube channel so they'll be able to pay you and track your payment. And then the last step is just to review your channel and make sure that you don't have any red flags on your channel and kind of to assess your channel in general. So 3 steps, not a 12-step program. Okay. Nihar says no Cash App. No, I don't have a Cash App set up for my YouTube channel right now, but I probably should, huh? Amita says hello from Canada. Enjoyed you being on Legal Bites. Nice perspective. Thank you so much. And we have Sage Moon saying body language and glares between Whitney Henriquez and Amber Heard are too weird for me. Didn't find her credible as she just parroting and or contradicting Amber Heard's claim. Yeah, and that's going to tend to happen, especially when you're dealing with siblings. It just really looked like she didn't want to be there. So let's go ahead and check out my little notes on her. You guys are already voting about whether she has been helpful to Amber Heard's case. This, for those of you who do not know, this is Amber Heard's sister. She stated that Johnny started to slowly control Amber's clothing in order to control her. So basically make comments, negative comments about whatever Amber was wearing. So she thought that was controlling of Johnny and that he didn't start off doing it. It kind of gradually progressed. She also stated that Johnny exerted control over her career and got mad that Amber Heard was actually working. He preferred for her not to be an actress, according to Whitney. She was there for the stairs incident in which Amber claimed that she hit Johnny out of defense for her sister because Johnny pushed her sister, or she thought Johnny was going to push her sister down the stairs. But Whitney's recount states that Amber was at the top of the stairs. Whitney started to head up the stairs to comfort her sister because Amber was mad at something that Johnny said. And then Johnny started following behind her and pushed Whitney, which doesn't align with what Amber said, stating that Johnny tried to push her down the stairs. If Johnny was behind her, maybe he pushed her up the stairs or pushed her to the side, or he could have pushed her back, I guess. It could work either way, honestly. And then she states that Amber then went and slapped Johnny, talking about don't put your hands on my sister. And Johnny grabbed Amber by the hair and started punching her. Had her with one hand by the hair and then one hand punching her. And this is what Whitney testifies to. So do you guys think that Whitney was a credible witness, or no? That's not the question. Was she beneficial to Amber Heard's testimony or to her case? All right, so let's check out what you all are saying here. We have Miriam Bacon. Welcome back to the live stream. You were killing it on Sunday with all the chats coming in, saying, I found it interesting that Whitney seemed too angry or nervous or something with Elaine, but seemed very relaxed, confident on Cross. Maybe she's just tired of it. I don't know. Matthew says yes. Marz Schultz says all her witnesses look like hostages. They looked like they did not want to be there. I can agree with that. Holy Hand Grenade says, Bri, direct donations are superior. Google claims 30% of each super chat, and if people super chat on Apple products, they also tell a cut. I did not know that about Apple products, but yes, I definitely know about the split with super chats. I think a lot of people just like to see their names in a colorful chat. So, but it doesn't bother me. Definitely, like I said, I have the PayPal down below, and then when super chats are activated on my channel, I will also have that option for you guys as well. Tanya D says yes. Holy Hand Grenade says no lips. Guys, don't be mean to this lady here. Ian says, okay, good. 3 sounds manageable. You had me worried there. Yeah, it's only 3 steps. And they're pretty simple. They just got to make sure everything's okay with your channel. Matthew says, I also feel bad for Whitney because her sister is horrible and she seems to always have been treated bad. Yeah, because Whitney is the younger sister, right? So she's kind of following in Amber's shadow. And then on top of that, being a little bit bullied by her, allegedly. Noodle says, well, Whitney said herself the moment Amber Heard came barreling in fighting that she'd caught. JD cheat. Oh, I thought there was a period, so it was messing me up. JD cheated and waking her up was one rare time she was sober. Yeah, she did say that. Okay, they just kind of disappeared. Okay, Zeeb says, do you think that JD still feels for Whitney? Even JD lawyers were looking and smiling at her. Yeah, I think so, because they probably know what type of relationship that Amber and Whitney has, which makes it sound, what it sounds like to me. Like I said, I don't know them personally, and I didn't keep up with the case until this trial. Sounds like she was like the little sister that was getting bullied. That's what it sounds like to me. So I could see if Johnny is a little bit sympathetic to Whitney for sure. Matthew says, I think she misspoke when she said she was hardly ever sober. She should not have said that. She should not have said that. But do you think that her saying she was hardly ever sober only applies to when she was in Johnny Depp's house and may reflect badly on him? I don't know. I don't think so. Kick Your Game says, why did she come to court showing cleavage? I don't know. I don't know who was her stylist in this option, but yeah, a lot of her chest is showing. I didn't even notice that. Noodle says, I think Johnny knows you have to live with your decisions. He sympathizes with Whitney and relates to her. It's not unreasonable. I can agree with that. Mariam Bacon says, I felt Whitney's story about the stairs doesn't make sense. Yeah, it didn't make sense. Or both. When Amber tells a story and then Whitney tells a story, they definitely don't make sense. They're not on the same page with what actually happened. But what Amber would tell you is, I do not remember the exact sequence of things. She makes sure to say that, to make sure you can't say, oh, well, you said this. And then she started saying, I never testified to sequences. That is manipulative if I have never seen manipulative before. Jennifer Miller says, Whitney contradicted Amber a couple of times. If I remember correctly, she also didn't seem to want to testify against Johnny Depp. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Okay, let's pop over to the results here because I'm gonna have to get my stream together in a minute. And Whitney Henriquez helpful to Amber Heard's case? 8% said yes, she was helpful. 68% says no, she was not helpful. And 24% says that she was neutral to the case. You guys are not like an Amber Heard's witnesses. Johnny Depp's witnesses had way more yeses to helping Johnny's cases. So I'm seeing that you guys are not liking Amber Heard's witnesses. So, yep, that's the results right there. And guys, remember, if you have not already hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button to help the stream out, to make sure we're getting more eyeballs on this content. If you guys are enjoying it, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Okay, and then we have Brit5291 says, I'm just waiting / hoping for Jennifer Howell in rebuttal to completely destroy Whitney Henriquez's testimony and the whole case. I think a lot of people are waiting for that as well. Jennifer says, we do not know what is happening behind the scenes. I think Amber is holding something over Whitney. That would not surprise me. Honestly, that would not surprise me. I don't know what it could be, but it would not surprise me for sure. Marley Kate 21 says, and then just wait for Jennifer Howell plot twist. Yeah. Tanya D says, he had a cast on his hand, so he couldn't have grabbed Amber by her hair and started punching her. Yes, a lot of people pointed that out. It would be hard for him. And so I think Amber testified to it being a hard cast when Johnny Depp's attorney asked about it. She said, yes, it was a hard cast, but if I remember correctly, it was supposedly supposed to be when he was in the soft cast. So we'll see if information about that comes out on rebuttal. Noodle says, LOL, right, and she live edits on the stands. Page 67, LOL, Amber, that's months after, but sure. Yeah, we're going to get into Amber's contradictory statements in just a moment. So let's go ahead and move on to the next witness so that we have time to get to Amber in just a moment. So the next witness is Melanie Inglessis, and this was the makeup artist. Do you guys think that the makeup artist was helpful to Amber Heard's case, or do you think that she was not helpful? We're going to get right into it. All right. So for Melanie, let's go ahead and check out what her testimony was. Melanie was the makeup artist for Amber Heard for the James Cardone show, which is that show she went on right after this alleged incident that Johnny beat her up and bruised her face all, and it was swollen, and she had black eyes and all of those things. Melanie testified that Amber Heard was missing hair. I didn't like how they showed the picture on this one because they said, do you recognize this as being Amber Heard's head? And it was just like the top of her hair, just blonde hair and like a little patch in the middle. I'm like, how are you supposed to know whose head that is? It could be any blonde girl's head, but she recognizes it as Amber Heard's head. It didn't make sense or whatever. But she also testified to seeing bruising and swelling on Amber's face and her lip with a cut on it. She testified to using peach color correcting in order to hide the bruises on Amber Heard's face. She admitted that you cannot cover swelling with makeup. And she stated that she used a bruise kit and that a bruise kit can be used to make bruises or cover them up. But most people say that a bruise kit is to make bruises. But she said it can be used for both. She's testified to not being Amber's friend anymore. She said there was no reason why they stopped being friends. And then when Johnny Depp's attorneys asked, she said because she was too much for her. She demanded too much for her. So she contradicted herself a little bit there. There was one more thing with the makeup. I cannot remember what I wanted to point out. I forgot to put it on the slide. So that's what happens. Do you guys think that she was helpful to Amber Heard's case? Let's pop over and see what the chat has to say. We have Maddie Perez. Welcome to the live stream, saying the way Josh answered when asked if Amber Heard contacted him and said, yes, a month ago, I think they all got a call. Yes, she did notify them that the depositions were taking place. Okay, someone says, bye, Sandy. Oh, she's got to go. I see. Bye, Sandy. Thank you for joining the live stream. Marley says, exactly. JM says, correct. Io and Rocky are complicit as well, and Amber records others as well. Yeah, she has a knack for recording things, right? I don't remember her name, but she even leaked an audio of her friend talking about this case. Yeah, she likes to record. Don't be Amber Heard's friend because she's gonna record you. Jennifer says this MUA had some really strange testimony if you know makeup. Yes, and it just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. Atila says makeup artist slipped about saying bruise kit. Yes, she did. So she had to save herself there. Matthew Giannotti says the makeup artist was credible. I think there was a language barrier, but seemed to know what she was talking about regarding makeup. Anything other than makeup she testified to, I ignored. That's a good strategy to think about it. Who do Hoobie Doobie? Is that how you say that? Anyone see where Whitney was using her hand to make a throwing gesture? I think while she was saying Amber didn't throw anything, like her body was saying something different. I didn't notice that. Emily Tracy says, yes, it was strange, but the one thing was she mentioned a specific type of concealer that is light to medium coverage. I didn't notice that. Joseph Editorial Services says, I read Jennifer's depo. Most of what she said were things Whitney told her. Would that be hearsay if she tries to testify to it? It would depend on if there's an exception to the hearsay. So they may use it for impeachment purposes, but for the truth of the matter, that may be an issue. It'll just depend on if there's an exception that it can fall under. So let's check out what the poll says. Melanie Inglessis, was she helpful to Amber Heard's case? 14% said yes, she was helpful. 53% said no, she was not helpful. And 33% said she was neutral to the case. So she did a little bit better than some of the other witnesses on the case. All right, Noodle says, I think she saw what she saw and believed what she heard from Heard, but we don't know if Amber Heard was already in makeup prior because the stylist said they saw nothing and dehydration from wine and drugs. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to know as well, because she said that she saw these bruises and all this swelling, and then they showed her the picture that Amber Heard showed us earlier in the trial where she just looked tired, and she said, yes, those are consistent with the injuries that I saw. And when I looked at those pictures, I did not see any swelling or black eyes. I saw a girl that looked tired, and that will be up for the jury to decide whether they also see a girl that looks tired or if they are or if they really think that those are bruises under her eyes. I don't think so, but maybe I'm not the best person to be the one to determine that, and that's why I'm not on the jury. Okay, Matthew says, I don't know anything about makeup, so maybe I'm wrong. I trust y'all though. Thank you for that. Miss Dawlish says, what did you think about Whitney looking more relaxed when being cross-examined? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to that part. I see that some people have mentioned that a lot, but to tell you the truth, I'm working during the day, so a lot of times when I'm listening to it, I'm not looking at the screen. So I don't have an opinion on it, but when I go to the gym today, I will look at it and see if I can notice a difference. I'll look at my phone purposely because I'll be working out. But yeah, Britt 5291 says Amber Heard stated in her testimony that she has taken classes for makeup and worked on a set doing makeup. So in my opinion, she knows how to make a bruise easy, and the bruise under her eyes resemble Botox. That makes sense. And I wouldn't be surprised if Amber could make a bruise with makeup. But like I said, the picture that they showed the makeup artist in, is this consistent with her injuries? I just couldn't see the injuries. Maybe it was bad lighting. I don't know. She's an actress. She should be able to take good pictures. If she's alleging that she's being abused so bad, she should be able to take good pictures, in my opinion. So I don't know. I feel like there's a possibility that maybe one juror will believe her, but how? I don't know. I don't think she's going to be able to do such a thing. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this comment here. Okay. And I'm just making the next poll for the next person, which is the acting coach, Miss Christy Sexton. Christy Sexton. And was she helpful to Amber Heard's case? Should she have been called? What do you guys think? Okay, the poll is out. Let's pop over and see what the notes say. Miss Christy Sexton is Amber Heard's acting coach, or was her acting coach. She came over to their home to give Amber acting lessons or acting classes. She heard Amber Heard and Johnny Depp having yelling arguments while she was there. She did not necessarily know what the fights were about, but Amber told her that the fights were about Johnny not wanting her to act. So Amber is running with this story that Johnny is very controlling and he did not want her to have a job, basically. Amber told her about the Hicksville SA years later. She didn't tell her at the time. She claimed to be at the trailer when the other lady was hitting on Amber. She said she saw the destroyed trailer, the aftermath of it, but she did not witness Johnny Depp actually hurting Amber Heard. She stated that Amber has difficulty crying while acting. And so let me know if you guys noticed any of that during the trial. Did it look like Amber was trying to cry and just couldn't do it because her acting skills are not that good? Or do you think that she was nervous and couldn't let the tears come out because she just felt overwhelmed? What do you think? Do you think it was her acting, or do you think she genuinely just was nervous and couldn't cry? Amber also told her Johnny severed his finger by accident by playing with a bottle that got smashed, which contradicts Amber's story that she's now telling, that his finger probably came off when he was smashing a phone, and probably closer to when he was messing with a broken bottle, like his story said. So, what do you guys think about Miss Christy Sexton? All right. We have Emily saying when they asked, she couldn't remember when explaining what color it was. She said, I remember because we use the same brand. Oh, I think you're talking about the makeup still. Sexton, find it odd at why she was at a party for Depp. OMG, I screamed. This was like a OMG moment. I don't know what you're referring to for the moment. Matthew says, if there was a big bag of white powder floating around in Hicksville, then why the F would Johnny Depp do a cavity search on her for coke in the trailer? Was it a cavity search? Oh, she did say it was a cavity search, but she also said that he used the bottle. So why would you use the bottle to do a cavity search? That's weird. But I don't know about doing I don't do cavity searches, so I don't know the proper protocol, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use a bottle. Zainab said she wasn't helping because the thing the jurors pick up on was the part when she said Amber Heard had difficulty crying when acting. Other than that, they were checked out. Yeah, as soon as you said that, you lost them. I don't know why they presented this deposition, or maybe they didn't know that the juries didn't notice that Amber Heard was not crying. And I think some of the people that arrived in court said that the jury had a reaction to her saying that, like, oh yeah, we saw her not crying, so she was acting. All right, we have Brit 5291 says, yes, she had 0 tears and tried too hard. Yeah, I agree with that. Jennifer Miller says, none is Amber Heard's witnesses said Johnny Depp grabbed the lady's wrist in Hicksville. Yeah, no, they didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think anyone made that mention. They just say he said, get off my girl, right? Aggressively. Jennifer says, strategy for witness testimony order. Strategy for witness testimony order is all messed up for Heard's side. Yeah, I don't even feel like they had a lot of good testimony. And I think they probably strategically did not have these people coming into court because they probably had time to learn that what they were told was not the truth. Because remember, a lot of these people didn't actually see what was going on. They were just being told by Amber. Tanya says she was trying hard as hell to cry. Yes, she was. Matthew says Amber Heard is not good at acting. And you know what? Was it my stream or someone else's stream where I said I didn't even know that Amber Heard was the girl on Aquaman, and I recently watched the movie, but I did not know. So I do not think her acting was that bad in that movie because I did not recognize it was Amber Heard. But on the stand, I do not think her acting is very good. Alleging that she is acting. A Noodle says, mother hand typed the enabler. I loved her slipping how sucky Amber is at fake crying. Yes. If you've seen her films, you'll see how shallow her talent is. She cannot do natural emotion, no range. I'm going to go back and watch Aquaman because I was watching it on a plane and I was probably sleepy. So maybe I have to go back and see what her acting was really like. Sam R says, I don't know what I just voted on, but can tell you I disliked this woman years ago before I saw her. I saw her as someone who was set to make money if Amber Heard's profile raised. I don't think that you get paid a percentage when you're the acting coach, though, unless you're like on set with them. But I mean, that's any business. You have to pay people for the work you do. But the question was she helpful to Amber Heard's case? All right, Kick Your Game says, OMG, bad acting, no tears throughout the testimony, and she tried. Yes, she did. She did try to shed some tears, okay? All right, so let's check out the poll. We have, was Christy Sexton beneficial to Amber Heard's case? 16% said yes, said 65 or 67% said no, it just changed right before my eyes, and 18% said she was neutral to the case. All right, so I just saw Alpha pop in here. Alpha said, in my stream, I said that yes, that I saw Aquaman and I did not know it was Amber Heard. And Alpha's here for those of you that missed Alpha. He is in the comment section. Matthew Giannotti says Amber Heard is also in Zombieland. I didn't know until recently. Yeah, I heard that. I watched Zombieland probably like super long ago. So again, I would have to go and watch and see if she's memorable at all. Jennifer says hi to Alpha. Priscilla says hi to me. Hello there. JM says you're adding somebody. Everyone's saying hi to Alpha. They missed you so much. Kimberly Ford says, I did not know that was her. Myself, never seen her in any movies. Yeah, I wouldn't recognize her. No. No. And even when I went today to look at the pictures of what she looked like in Aquaman. I'm like, that just doesn't look like her to me. So maybe she has had some other surgery, or maybe it's because she's been pulling her hair back and it's not red and her makeup is different. I don't know, but it just didn't look like her to me. Kimberly said, oh, yep, read that one. Alpha says, hello to everyone. Brit5291 says, I didn't realize she was in Aquaman either. I just watched it for my man Momoa. So I searched her and seen she was in Magic Mike. What? She was in Magic Mike? I know I've seen that movie. Definitely did not notice her. And I don't remember her then either. She is not memorable at all. No, she is not. Other than on this stand, she's very memorable on the stand. And I think the jury will remember her acting skills there. Sam R says, Bri, Amber Heard would get more job offers, which Amber Heard would need acting help on. I think KS testimony, Christy Sexton's testimony, blown with Amber Heard can act, cry, comment. Yeah, she kind of messed up her future gigs, even though they're blaming it on the trial that the future gigs are messed up. And so the last person that we have to go over today, before Alpha gets here and kicks me off of my stream, is Amber Heard. So let me go ahead and type in Amber Heard and get the poll going. Do you think that Amber Heard was helpful to her own case? Or do you think she messed up her own case? Okay, so if she was helpful, put yes. If she was not helpful, put no. All right, so we're voting on Amber Heard's effectiveness on her own case, and then later we're going to vote on her cheek implant. Or does she have cheek implants? What was the one we were supposed to do about her cheek implant? Okay, so there's so much to go over with Amber Heard. So I'm just gonna do these quick notes, but I have like 2 pages of notes that did not make it into the PowerPoint. So I'm probably going to be looking at a lot of your comments, to tell you the truth, just because there was so much that happened in the last 2 days of her testimony. So let's pop over to the screen. And we have Amber Heard looking with her sad tears. I think that's her crying, guys. I don't see any tears there, but I think she's crying right there. Allegedly. All right. So this is Amber Heard. This is the person that's being sued for defamation by Johnny Depp, who is also Johnny Depp's ex-wife. She is also suing Johnny Depp for defamation of her by saying that she created a hoax. And I do not believe that she has proved that it was not a hoax yet. So let's check it out. When she came back onto the stand on Monday, she corrected her date of abuse. Like you said, I would never forget that day was the first day that he abused me. And then you come back for the break and say, well, actually, it all started in 2012. But at first you said it was 2013. Okay, fine. Let's go with your story. She changed her date of the first abuse. She declined that the poop that was in Johnny Depp's bed came from her. She actually alleged that their little Yorkie did the poop in the bed. I haven't seen the pictures, but a couple of people have put out that it was not, it was too big to be something that came from a little doggy. Okay. She also made sure to testify that the Melanie palette that she said, the color correcting makeup palette that her team focused on so much in opening statements, was not the actual palette that she used. Because remember, her team can see social media and they probably seen that post on TikTok saying that those palettes did not exist from that particular company at the time that Amber Heard is alleging. So she said on the stand that this is not the exact color corrector, but a lot of companies make it. You can get it with 3 colors or 4 colors, and even sometimes more than that. And then she explained how you use it in order to correct the color of a bruise. So she explained how bruises change colors, and it kind of made it seem like she knew exactly what a bruise was because she gets them a lot. So she would know that it starts off red, then turns dark, then turns yellow, or whatever order she explained it in. So that testimony was okay, but at the same time, I felt like she was trying too hard to say this was not the exact palette, which I think would have drew attention to the jury that, okay, the attorneys messed up at the beginning of the trial by really focusing on this palette. They also went on, when she got onto cross-examination with Miss Camille, she showed a lot of pictures where Amber Heard was wearing these backless dresses, and they showed no scars when Amber said that there were scars on her back. And cross examination also decided to talk to her about how she never went to the doctor for any of these injuries that she had. And so, like, I'm looking at her nose right now, and it doesn't look like anything is wrong with it. So that's why she would probably have to back out and say, you know what? Actually, my nose was not broken. It just felt broken, which she started to say. So I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but her nose does not look like it has any issues to me. Again, I am not a medical doctor. I'm going to keep zooming in so you guys can see this crying face that we have right here with Amber Heard. Yeah. There's a little wrinkle right here, but I don't think that shows damage to her nose. Yeah, but yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that she testified to. I don't want to keep looking down at my notes, so I'm going to pop over and see what your comments are about Amber Heard's testimony, cross-examination, what you guys think about it. Do you think that she was helpful to her own case? Um, I thought I forgot to put neutral on in here because the poll is showing that there are a lot of no's that she was not helpful to her own case. So let me check it on out what you guys are saying here in the chat. All right. We have who be doobie. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I think Amber's testimony wrecked any chances she might have had. I could agree with that. Noodle says the real life Gone Girl. I've heard that a lot too. Matthew says, what if it was actually Rocky that made a grumpy on the bed and Amber Heard told her to do it or something? Well, Amber Heard tried to allege that it was not even a prank, but one of the, was it the driver that, I forget what his actual title was, but he drove Amber at some point and told him about what she did and called it a joke gone wrong. But now she's saying it's not a joke at all. Jennifer Miller says she threw her team and her expert under the bus. She was hot mess. Yes, she did throw her team under the bus. How are you going to say that your lawyers leaked a tape that was supposed to be used for your trial? Zeneb says Dr. Curry was spot on about her diagnosis. Yeah. Tanya Benton says Amica cream. Yeah, Amica cream. But the palette that they were talking about actually was not the Amica cream or Arnica cream, whatever you want to call it. It was just like a color correcting palette. And she also testified that I didn't like about the makeup palette that you put the color correcting at the very top. When I've always known that you put, or the way that I learned it, not always known, but I've learned it where you put the color correcting bottom, then you put foundation, and then do all the rest of your makeup routine. But Amber instead said you put the foundation first and then her sunblock foundation and then the color correcting, but it would just show up as like green on your face. You wouldn't cover it. So whatever. I didn't like the way she explained it because I don't think that's the right process, in my opinion, from what I know. RL says, I'm actually so sickened and disheartened because I believed her in 2016 and just was like, oh, well, whatever about Depp. And now I see I dismissed an actual man who needed help. I think a lot of people are realizing that, and especially because she harped so much on the Me Too movement to pretend, or not to pretend, so that she can be a part of the Me Too movement. But I don't think she's coming off as very believable in the court. Miss Dawlish says, she drove me nuts. She had an answer for everything, and everything was always everyone else's fault. Yes, she took no responsibility for anything, which makes her seem less credible. If she would have said, you know what, that day I did throw a bottle and it chopped off Johnny's finger and it was an accident. It was an accident. She might be a little bit more sympathetic, but no, Johnny Depp is crazy. He was smashing his phone and his finger flew off. Well, I think his finger flew off. That's my best guess that his finger flew off. It's just like, okay, well, what is the story? Did it fly off? or did you do something to make it fall off? But yeah, she's just not credible to me. Angie D says, when you clearly misspoke and said, my bruise kit, I died. Yeah, she did say my bruise kit, but then she tried to correct it, much like the makeup artist did, and say, well, a bruise kit is to cover up the bruises. And then the makeup artist said, you can either make a bruise or cover it up. So I don't know. Some part of me feels like she had a plan against Johnny Depp from the beginning. I don't know. Matthew says, the Gone Girl actress I found attractive, but not Amber Heard. Okay. Okay, I lost the chat. Where did it go? Okay. Priscilla Yashida says, I was saying yesterday on Legal Bites, I sometimes have bad allergic reactions to steroid medication where my face bruises up and I can't even apply sunscreen or cortisone cream because it hurts so bad. There are so many reasons why she might have looked like that in that picture. It does not necessarily mean that Johnny did something to her. I wish I could believe her. I really wish I could believe her, but she's not providing enough evidence. And I know it sounds bad, but when you're accusing someone and they're saying that you're lying, you're going to need that evidence. Priscilla Yashida says, I don't know how she got concealer on black eyes. Yeah. And the way she explained the color correcting, I don't think that's the right order. Zeneb says her testimony versus what she presented as evidence for me. Exactly. She really alleged that Johnny beat her, hit her in the face, made her bleed, dragged her through the hallways. And the only thing that she showed was a picture of her face with the busted lip that a lot of people are saying that it is common for whatever the drug that they're alleging that she took, for those people to bite their lips. Also, people were saying it looks like a bit lip. It does not necessarily look like a busted lip. So yeah, I think she needed a lot more evidence if that's what she was going to be alleging. RL says, I'm convinced she got ideas from Gone Girl. I think a lot of people are convinced of that. And also co-opted other people's stories and meshed them together thinking she can sell it. Yeah, and I think she doesn't remember a lot of her stories. Camille did a very good job at bringing up inconsistencies in what she said. So hopefully that sticks to the jury that she lied. And guess what? She may be telling the truth about one thing or two things, but the fact that the majority of the things that she has said seems like she's not telling the truth, that's going to stick with a jury. No matter if that one thing you said was true, you should have stuck to that one thing that was true. But she's so busy trying to make sure it doesn't look like she's an abuser and that she was just a poor victim, versus maybe if Johnny was an abuser, okay, he was, but I defended myself, or one time I struck first because I've been abused so many times. She could have done that, but she's not. She is not doing that. All right. Kick your game says dry face so close. Sam R says that's why it's known as Poopgate. JD himself believes it was Amber Heard or iToilet. Yeah. Matthew says, because there weren't any. Okay. Question mark yes says she was a disaster for her own case. She destroyed it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. RL says she said so many things that give her away, but she keeps saying love Johnny is present tense. The woman is so sad her meal ticket got away. Yeah, she lost the person that was taking care of her for sure. But if he was really abusing her, then I don't really see that as a bad thing. But if he wasn't abusing her, then it probably is like, okay, I don't have control of this situation anymore. JM says, yes, sadly, many people did, and many still do after everything. It's also because of the society's mindset that a man can't be abused is minimized a lot. Yes, that is minimized a lot. And even when Johnny was testifying, the attorney asked him, isn't it true that you're much bigger than Amber Heard? Johnny said, no, we're like the same height. I don't think I'm much bigger than her. He probably weighs a lot more than her, but he wasn't like substantially bigger than her. It's not like he's 6'5" and she's 5'6", you know? And then he's like 200, 300 pounds. It wasn't that big of a difference. Okay, let's pop down to Kimberly Ford. Says she also said Johnny hit her, and if that was true, she really would be messed up. Yeah, she should have a lot more bruises. And I'm sorry, but she says she has a skin condition where the sun irritates her skin, and I'm pretty sure it's easy for her to bruise. And I'm just making assumptions here. I don't really know, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was very easy for her to bruise. So her bruise should have been a lot stronger, in my opinion. Hi. Yeah. All right. So Jen worked that out says Arnica. Yes, we know it's Arnica, but her attorney kept saying Amica. Matthew says, oh yeah, for sure. Trust the driver. RL says the makeup was the biggest giveaway. This woman is a liar. And she tried to really emphasize the fact that she always does natural makeup and that she always has to have on makeup to go outside because of her skin condition. That would contradict what a lot of Johnny's witnesses said about it didn't look like she had on makeup. It didn't look like she had on makeup. Amber's assertion is that she did her natural makeup so good that it wouldn't look like she had on makeup. So good move, but is it believable? I don't know. Okay, so we ended the poll and it says, I kind of messed it up here, but it says 92% said no, she was not helpful to her own case. 4% said that she was neutral to her own case, and 3% said yes, she was helpful to her own case. And that was of 93 votes. So almost everyone that is in here said that she was not helpful to her own case. All right. So most of you don't think that she was helpful to her own case. All right. So we have Logan's mom. Welcome to the live stream saying I was in a DV marriage for 11 years and an RN for 25 years. Her story does not add up. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying that, especially the people that are in the medical field too. It just doesn't look like the intensity of the situations that she's describing, it just doesn't look like those should be the injury. It looks like she should have more injuries, especially if Johnny is always wearing rings, right? Rings cause damage. Jennifer says, I am very light skinned like Amber Heard. I bruise easily. And that's what I would expect of Amber Heard's skin. Especially, I don't know what type of skin condition she has, but she's saying the sun damages her skin easily. I would think that bruising would be easy. It's easy for me to bruise, and I'm a lot darker than Amber Heard for sure. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. Brit 5291 says if she got pummeled with all those rings, like she said, her face would have been unrecognizable. Makeup would never be able to cover it. Exactly. No matter how much you color correct. And I think I've said this on a stream a while ago. Makeup, I guess if you're a really good makeup artist, but I have tried to cover up a bruise with makeup before, or not a bruise, but you know, we're not going to get all into that, but I've tried to cover up a darker area of my skin before, and it shines through. The makeup comes off. It never really covers it. And I'm darker than Amber Heard. So it should blend in with my skin a little bit better. But who knows? We only can believe what Amber says and see what the jury, if the jury believes her too. Jennifer says big is Ace. JM says natural makeup is also lightweight. Yes, it is. And you would not be able to cover up the bruise with lightweight makeup. Good point. Not heavy makeup, which you would need to hide bruises. Yeah, you would need to be very skilled in order to hide bruises because it's not easy. It's really not easy. No matter how much color correcting you use, it's hard to cover up a bruise, especially to the magnitude in which she is saying she had a bruise. However, her picture also shows us that her bruises were not that dark. So maybe it could have been covered up with a makeup, but then that brings into question of whether it was actually a bruise. KRL says today just proved that his sobriety and his life basically started going downhill after he got with Amber. Yes, she was not a good influence on his sobriety because she participated in not being sober with him. She claims she didn't, but she did. I don't know what why she's trying to convince us that she doesn't do drugs. She said she hadn't done drugs since she never did cocaine. She did it once when she was 18, but you're living with a man that you claim does coke constantly. That just doesn't add up. You generally date people that you have things in common with, that you have the same type of party style with. It's not common for one person to be a cokehead and then another person to have never touched drugs a day in their life. And she also claimed like that she never did the MDMA, whatever it's called. I don't know what it is, but she said she never did it until she met Johnny. I don't know. I just don't believe her. Matthew says, that's great. I'm happy that you found love. Okay, let me go back up to see what you're saying here. Logan's mom says, yes, I've been in a wonderful marriage now for almost 18 years. Yes, that's amazing. I'm glad you came out on the other side happy and doing well, thriving too. All right, Callie Tangerine says, Bri Hive. Yes, it is the Bri Hive. We are having some great stories being told in here and a great opinions being told. We have Sam R saying, I'm waiting for people who have had Botox to say the bruise are related to it. But I haven't heard anything yet, just speculation. Yeah, some people have said that, but I don't know if they've actually experienced the Botox to know that's what it does to them. Priscilla Yoshida says, I wonder how they didn't have any indoor ring cameras in their home. Yeah, I would think that they would have had some type of surveillance cameras, especially since they're letting all of these stray people into their house and move in with them and they're celebrities. Like, why don't you have any cameras in your house? I have a couple in my studio apartment and it captures every movement. This would have been great. This would have been a great help to prove her case. Yes, especially if you are claiming that you get abused constantly. Why would you not plant any type of camera? And why did you not take any good pictures? You were taking pictures of things that didn't matter. Like, we have still not seen this phone that Johnny allegedly slammed and made his finger come off. And then there was another phone. She said, oh, it's not that phone. It's a different phone. It's like, okay, lady, which one is it? Which one is it for real? Okay. Jen Work That Zout says, I have a permanent bruise under my eye. I use matte concealer and Dermablend foundation. That covers it and it's water resistant. Lasts all day. Okay, well, maybe she has some skills like you have some skills. I don't know, but it's very hard. And yeah, I don't use as strong the matte concealer and Dermablend foundation. Yeah, I don't use any of those things, so I don't know how well it works, but maybe that's what Amber Heard is using. But at the same time, she's saying that she's doing like light makeup, which when you're starting to put on concealer and foundation, that's a little bit more than light makeup to make her look natural. Britt F291 says his spending habits increased when they were together. She tried to drain him dry. Yes, and she also did not want to get a prenup. And that's how she ended up getting paid all of that money because they weren't married that long. But I guess Johnny Depp was making a lot of money. So maybe $7 million, $14 million wasn't a lot to him. But I don't think she should have gotten that much. RL says, I think the ring camera is because as a celebrity, he doesn't want that. He is extremely private. You wouldn't want it in the house if Amber should have used a nanny cam. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't she plant a little camera somewhere? Like, you can put them in the wall outlet. You can put them in a little teddy bear. She had pictures all over the paintings all over the apartment. She could have put it there. So there's other ways she could have got cameras into the house other than having it be like a ring one. Noodle says Nurse Liz and the Bice Club went over Botox possibly causing her injuries, and even IDK filler and the acne treatment Heard saw a derm for regularly. Yeah, and she also said that the sun damages her skin. So there's a lot of things that can play into why her face looked the way it did in that picture. It's just not giving me I was abused look to it. All right, guys. I know you guys got a lot of comments coming in. I think we said we were going to do one more poll about whether she has cheek fillers. Let's see. Does Amber Heard have cheek fillers? I forget what the actual question was, but we'll do does Amber Heard have cheek fillers? And then we'll just do yes or no. I cannot remember what the exact, I feel like there was more to the question. Okay. We have Amy M saying, for sure, I have been hit by someone wearing rings. My eyebrow split. Even without rings, getting punched in the face does damage. Yes, especially if they are beating you to the extreme, like what she was saying, what she testified to. Priscilla Yoshida says, this case has invoked a sense of fear in my young male family members. It takes one bad breakup and one lie to ruin a man's life. Women have historically abused, but men can experience the pain too. Yes, that is very true and very important to acknowledge as well. Angie D says, remember, she made it very clear that all those pictures exist. She handed all that over to her attorneys to include medical records. It's not her job, y'all. Yeah, for her, yeah, but her attorney should have asked for some better pictures than that. She was responsible for documenting what happened to her, going to the doctors, taking the pictures, all of those things. If this was the best that she gave her attorneys, that's really all they have to work with. But if she was really and she admitted to not taking pictures of a lot of the injuries that she claimed, which diminishes her case, to tell you the truth. RL said, do you think Amber also recorded her exes and friends, wondering if she has blackmail on her old friends? Some people said that earlier in the chat, but I'm not sure. RL says, weed does not make you violent. I cannot believe this man had a weed closet. Yeah, people have weird things, especially celebrities. All right. And then JM says, a plastic surgeon made a video about Amber and he said she for sure has cheek fillers. Okay, so let's check out the poll. We have 89% saying yes, she has cheek fillers, and 14% saying no, she does not have cheek fillers. So we'll never know unless we get her medical records. But there was a question someone wanted me to ask about the cheek fillers, and I can't remember exactly what they were. So maybe I should have asked it towards the beginning of the stream. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the stream for today. I have to go to the gym and work out and go and watch Amber's or Whitney's testimony to see if her reaction changed when Johnny Depp's attorney started questioning her. Thank you guys so much for joining me live. And if you're watching on the replay and you made it all the way to the end, thank you for going ahead and watching the video. I will update you guys on the status of my monetization as soon as it happens. So be on the lookout for a post from me. If you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter because that's probably where I'm going to announce it first, and then probably in the YouTube community tab as well. So thank you everyone for joining me here live today, and I will see you next week.